fur on the back of my neck is standing up.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. Hesitation. Why do they smell fear? They are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
Be that as it may, we still won't risk.
We will not have...
Accusations like water. We do not recognize our face. The ripples break. What do they hide from us? Why do they turn away?
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly. The Gardener will not be disturbed.
How do I know you will not lead them astray? And you will guide them from the dark? I worry I will regret this, but I shall stand aside. Let the other two be your opponents.
Isoxo!
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we? never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
Doesn't look like any map I've ever seen. But I'll take your word for it.
Answer the questions, right? The memories. We'll get rid of them.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akedan isn't easy to translate, you know.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate. God wants a chat.
Come, we yearn for answers. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Tabaru Sinakis, they turn from you. You have shown us only kindness and patience. Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. As painful as a wound reopened, yes. We were theirs and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We did not choose this. We did not want this. The earth shook. The waters rose. We will not remember. Do not question us. Blame slips between the bones like a blade. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We loved them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. We will show you our favor. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right? What did you do?
I don't know what you and Sapadal were jawing about, but it must have been juicy because the Adra started to shake and hum.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Sapadal? Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Galawain's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
Galawain's tusks. That's out of the fire and into the volcano. First, we've got to get out of here alive. Steel yourselves. Take your best shot.
Someone's eager to meet us. As much as I hate you, let's get out of here before more danger. We'll get them next time, dear.
Take it off.
Should burn it out before it spreads.
You're a child playing a good hero. You understand none of the forces of guilt.
fun.
Better on our feet than in the ground.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for, because those ruins are about to be a distant memory. I have eyes in every corner of the living lands. Some more discreet than others. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison that spread to Fior Messiverno, and even now rots the city from within. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapadal. There are 2 plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the...
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Fighting a superior force is one thing, but fighting a god is another. Is she really suggesting that?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me. Yes, honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the Dream-Scourged essence and halt the creation of new Dream Thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gentle sleep. One moment, day. The next, a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall.
Well, in layman's terms, she's going to rip the essence out of a bunch of people in Shatterscarp. For what it's worth, her theory is sound. She could stop the Dream Scourge. In Shatterscarp, at least.
Correct. I knew I liked you for a reason, Envoy.
You two can't be serious.
There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
Reingrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue, no matter how much we might want to.
You can't be entertaining this. Not after what we've seen. The frozen corpses, the twisted riddles. The Dream Scourge is a tragedy, but she's a monster. You can't leave Thirdborn at her mercy.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the dream thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If such an alternative existed, I'd have suggested it already. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had it. And what makes you so sure the decision is truly yours? Sapadal, you owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
This isn't about Sapadal. This is about every man, woman, and child in Shatterscarp.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
So be it. Sapadal.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this. Marines of Klavan, aid Marslan Tek.
We've got a lot of blood on our hands.
Godlike. Speak with me a moment. I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But, I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Yes, my work will still be there even when this world is in ruins. Which, hopefully, won't happen. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
Who needs fabric? Oh, you're back.
Three dozen dead? of no apparent... They just fell over. What did you do, Envoy? Bullshit. There was always another option. Dozens are dead, Envoy. The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with Third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones. You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
It's you! You're the monster!
We're sorry about your brother, but...
What do you have against... You can't fast! I demand compensation!
I know you're upset, Taiko, but they seem like they're really strong.
Shizu, please don't undermine me in front of them. You have to make things right. Don't try to play games with them.
Last time you said that, you tried to take Temuko the tower. For your own sake, don't do this.
Daiko, this might be a bad idea. I mean, I'm good with the blade on dead targets, but...
You two? Fine. That kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
Thank you. I'm glad today didn't end in bloodshed.
Maybe the next time we all meet, we can just have a lovely drink, or I can dissect you. Either one.
I'll take the drink.
Well, go on, get out of here, before I change my mind. And if we ever do meet again, well, you can forget about that discount.
Want your back out here, traveler.
We need to talk. You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why. Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
What is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu Mayu. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that archmage?
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse. That means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
If we run into Ludwig out there, it's gonna be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. We've thwarted her twice now, but she keeps burrowing deeper into the living lands.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read? My vote's on a pack of small, enthusiastic dogs. Wait, was that an if?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I believe it. And we'll cross that bridge with you when we get to it.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of us Sokka Sup sudden. You won't find a blessed thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. And all your clues come from one source. You've been following a voice in your head. What do you know about Soppadal? How do you know you can trust them?
I hate to be the voice of reason, but we are talking about a god. There are limits to what we can even comprehend.
I have a powerful connection to my Blessed flute, but I'm not about to take orders from it.
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually, I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though... I know. We've seen enough pain caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Akedans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers. Of course. Though I sense that you're not fully aware of just how amazing this all is, so... I'll let you wait back at the camp, like a good little boy. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier? Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details. Well, though between your dreams and mine, it's a... You remember that I... How do you think I got this scar on my shoulder?
That old chestnut gets...
No matter. To make a short story shorter, I maimed my arm and nearly... Anyway, my Well, it started at first with... I thought it was a little weird, but nice. But then the dream kept coming back, night after night. I learned more every time. I saw that it was a fire in a hearth. And that hearth... I assumed it was a library, at least, to explain why the... Oh, everything from dry historical... No romances, though. Whoever filled the library No, never actively. I had read them all previously, if that makes any sense. That's actually how I learned the Akedan language. Just woke up with that knowledge. Which is very useful. In the library, there's just one person. But they're wearing a... They do the same thing every night. They curl up in a chair. Then, the fear comes. Just the noise. A low, deep banging starts, and it rattles through your bones and shakes you to your core. And it replaces the beat of your heart with this droning on and on and on until you forget every other sound you've ever heard.
A beat. Steel feet on the shore. They come by night.
You've been listening to too many...
And let me tell you, waking up in a cold sweat does nothing for my fur. How sibilant. No. Just that it's all-encompassing. It's strange. I've not told many of the details of my dream. I suppose I must like you quite a bit, Envoy. Don't let it inflate your ego too much. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style. Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more... opaque. But listening to your incantations, they could use some tightening up. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say? How about I show you a little bit of everything? What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use. I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringcrim. And we impressed her? She... As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still a layperson. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent my whole life with them. Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do? Oh, darling. Don't you know that I'll do what I want, no matter what anyone thinks? I just wish that... Now, come on. I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
As if you need an archmage for that. You could rule the world with a smile.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Can we talk a moment? How much do you really know about Adra? Not bad. Adra is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. A mineral that takes our souls from death to rebirth. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost? That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries. A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves. As do I. We both deserve a little peace. And if the world will not give it to us, then we'll just find it in each other. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question? Something about Inquisitor Ludwine has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual? Truthfully, I don't know. I've got this idea, but it's stuck and won't come loose. It's just... When you rejected Ludwine's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwine clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing. Or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. You too.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. It is. And it isn't. I'm not sure what it is, really. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat, my ears ring, I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying. Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
How is it that the air up here is both thinner and thicker? Never. The Pargrunen of Solace are notoriously suspicious of outsiders. Though, from the looks of this place, Solace's real concern has got to be keeping its people in, not keeping the rest of us out. We'll be covered in ash by morning.
Looks like the beetles have settled in nicely.
I used to wonder if the stories about the tusks were just a trick to keep the rest of us out.
I'm not used to quiet. Can we finish here? Quickly, before I lose my lunch.
I will never complain about Maurice's laundry habits again.
Yeah.
Another glorious battle.
That's done.
Stand back.
Time for a new weapon.
Back in the fight.
Isokso!
On your left.
Can't keep this up. Left leg.
Isokso! Isokso!
Your armor's too weak here.
Isokso!
Another win, but who's counting?
Yeah.
Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is. But we've got nothing on the Pargrunan living here. I can't fault your optimism, but would you think that if this was the only landscape you ever saw, day in and day out? According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the Tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just oppressive.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Ravatai has a similar problem. Between the constant storms and the rocky soil, the lands never supported us easily. So many of us find work as sailors and mercenaries. We explore the world as soldiers or as part of a trade mission. We venture out. We're encouraged to. Yeah, strength through striving. Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle, but people choose that, and usually to escape something worse. Forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a different matter entirely. Good luck finding a soft spot to bed down.
Oh, gods. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Oh dear.
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown. Your confidence is refreshing. I almost hate to ask, but are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious. You've certainly faced it enough times. I believe, for the first time in ages, that I am not afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential. You've been paying attention. Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me. And look how that turned out. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. And for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine. Did I? Huh. I don't know what I expected. Feels nice. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments. If I must.
Envoy? Last time I was here, I was fully convinced I'd never be back. Oh, it's complicated. It's not that I hate Solace, but I just can't be there anymore.
Going back isn't always easy. Sometimes too much has changed. Other times, not enough has.
I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself. I did. Might come a time when I'm ready to talk about it. You'll see when we get there. Solace isn't the most welcoming place, even to those who live there. Anyway. Thanks for talking. Never thought I'd be going back to Galawain's tusks. Relax.
Okay.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Blood on the wire. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. The burned queen. She hurt us, hurt our people. She did this. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here. A green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. The blossom of trust. A hand as soft as the breeze. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Bodies, but not.
Does this amuse you, seeing your kin caged like beasts?
No true kin would desert Solace. All we have are our oaths to Nandru, and you broke them.
Ah, so they're not just rude to outsiders, then? The damn oaths again. You might as well be the one in chains. Our founder, Nandru, didn't intend for his people to starve. I'd bet you my kidneys he didn't build Solace Keep so we can die of starvation in it. No, he would have wanted us to live.
Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm getting too hungry to even think.
This is none of your business. Yeah, don't need a blessed outsider pretending they know anything. Move along.
Can't imagine why you even set foot here. These are Pargrunen lands, last I checked.
Meaning mind your tongue and your judgment while you're here, outsider. These folk have done much to deserve their cages.
Strange that you think we'd care about your opinion. Saka, get out of here.
And you assholes need to feed us.
There's no food. We barely have decent meals ourselves. Why waste any of it on people who won't stay and fight?
Saka, don't tell the outsider that! These bastards wanted to abandon the keep. I'd starve myself for my disloyalty then. Do you want anything else? I'm sick of looking at you.
Fine. Anything to be done looking at you. Follow the main road north and then east. You'll find some dirt paths to follow after you hit the cliffs. Now mind your business.
Dude, be reasonable. We can't live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by Malia and her outsiders. The Ray still begs me to search for the missing Adiran merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until our replacement comes.
I will try. But this can't last. Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Another Adiran. Damned if ever... Fate's turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? Gods. Well, at least we're safe here. And better off, I think, for having you here. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here. Founder of Solace Keep. They have a statue of him there. You both share, similar features around the face, huh? Anyway, the Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zorips. The Dream Scourge. Oh, fucking Amalia. I don't know what there is to do. The Beetles and Zorips come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... Gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep. And so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies. The Vastes are winning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her wardens spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the Vastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave.
It sounds like she just wants to leave.
She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. To watch over the garden. It is this that keeps us bound to the Tusks. Our oaths are mortal matters.
Oaths and traditions should serve the living. If Amalia's struggling here, why shouldn't she leave?
Should we die with an oath unfulfilled, our spirits will linger until another of our wardens sees it completed. And if one of our own breaks an oath, it is a death sentence. All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all. I'm sure you've diffused more complicated situations. I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for trading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the tasks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
I'm all for tradition and camaraderie, but this goes too far.
I heard that too. Captain Radut says he has it under control.
The captain's in Nimdu, but I'll never doubt his dedication to rooting out bandits.
I only doubt him when he's placing bets.
This tower has gone downhill, hasn't it?
Oh, I've never seen anything like it.
Need to get to this before the mortar dries.
something for you, envoy.
Half of Shatter's car died just like that, huh? Let's take my own way. Safe from Bullbusters.
Another hunt, another meal for all of us. I wonder if it'll taste any better this time. Is there any way we can make sure what happened in Shatter's Guard doesn't happen here?
Camp is empty. Do you think they might have left behind snacks? They've certainly left everything else. What sort of expedition chooses to cross a valley full of lava?
Next one's mine. Who's ready for more?
Look, you can just make out wagon tracks.
Yeah.
Well, time to find another way across.
Going diving into ancient ruins doesn't make much sense to me. You're going into some of the most deadly places in the lands. On... on purpose.
They're not... Not any more dangerous than the rest of the living lands.
Right. But I'm there to... keep people from making stupid mistakes, like diving into ancient ruin.
Okay.